Bye. I'm done. I can't see. Need to go.
Welcome everyone to the social van. Feeling Kyle sick of the bullshit. So here they are, reppin' C+, ready to turn every podcast to dust. So sit down and shut the fuck up, cause when in doubt, fuck your couch. Welcome everybody to the social vent. Yeah! Hey folks, Jimbo here, C+ Studios. I know it's been a while since I've been on, or done anything for that matter. I'm surprised these guys still like me. Phil and Kyle, Big Daddy and KMB, they're the shit. They just keep going and going. And Kyle's couple of podcasts ago, what was it? The Sexy Ninja Cast. He was talking about, doing his Batman voice and this and that, and he's scared to do it, and he goes, I just gotta do it and just do it. And so that kind of inspired me to just do it. And then Phil put a podcast out yesterday or today, The Loco Life. And that was pretty good and inspired me to do this, and then thinking about what Kyle did, just do it. Because I'm not one to do this type of stuff, especially just off the cuff, because I didn't write none of this out. I thought about a few things, but, I don't know if they'll get talked about or not. If I talk about them, I talk about them. If I don't, I don't. But, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us and being there for us and doing what you guys do for us. And Kyle and Phil, they got me to do this. And when I get done with this, I just have to put it out there. So basically, I've been doing a bunch of nothing as far as I'm concerned. I haven't worked in almost 4 years because I have a wonderful, wonderful partner, Stacy, who puts up with my shit and supports me in the shit that I don't do. And it's not like I don't do anything. I do some work around here. Right now we're in southern Utah hanging out on her mom's property in our fifth wheel. Yes, in our fifth wheel. And we have another trailer out here on the property that we bought off of her so we can go back and forth to Flagstaff and have a trailer up there and have a trailer here when we need it. And so we just been we've been here mostly. She works from home right now. That's going to change in January, which sucks, but we may have to drive back and forth on the weekends, which is fine. We'll do what we have to do. We're not sure what's going to happen yet. I don't know if we had any pups the last video I put up. I don't know. I'll have to get on and look and see what Jimbo's Playground has for the last video. But we have 4 pups now. Yes, I said 4. And we are living in our fifth wheel. And they hang out inside this time of year. Summertime here in southern Utah, we leave the door open 24/7 with the fans going, and the dogs come and go as they please. They mostly sleep outside in the summertime. Wintertime, this time of year, they are inside. We got blankets down on the floor. They sleep on the floor. Sometimes they get to sleep in the bed. It depends on if I'm here or not, or if Stacy's here or not. So there's room for them in the bed, otherwise they hang out down there because there's no room for them with both of us here in bed. I do things around here once in a while. I'm a lazy fuck, and that's something I need to deal with. We have to move back to Flag in January because they want her in the office, which is not optimal, but it is what we have to do. It's what we got to do. So that's how life has been going. Most of the reason I haven't done much lately is I've been trying to work on myself. I have struggled with anxiety, social anxiety. Imagine that, having social anxiety and doing this. And that was part of it. But I've also battled depression for the better part of my life. Probably 30 out of my 52 years, I have battled with depression, and it's crazy. Right now, I'm on antipsychotics, Zoloft pretty much. It's a generic for Zoloft, but I'm on Zoloft, and that helps with my anger. And hence antipsychotics, because I'm a psycho, and it does a pretty good job. I still get angry. I need to go back and start talking to my therapist. There's things I need to work on. My anxiety, for one, because once something happens, my anxiety goes through the roof, and then that triggers the anger, and I'm a freight train that can't slow down at that point. Like I said, it's gotten better. When I was depressed, dealing with that, I would let it bother me for days, weeks, months. I would stay angry at one person for months just for doing something stupid in traffic. It was ridiculous. But the medicine helps with that. I don't let it doesn't ruin my week. In fact, it only takes a few minutes of my time anymore, which is a lot better than it was, but I still need to learn how to manage it better. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Now I'm off in La La Land right now. I told you this off-the-cuff shit don't work for me, because I get, I say what I say, and as I'm talking, I have 1,000 other thoughts going through my head, and then I forget what I'm talking about, where I'm going, what I'm doing. It's irritating as hell. Very irritating. So yeah, the depression part of it, I didn't see the symptoms when I started going to my doctor, but they handed me a questionnaire, this and this and this, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty much, so I was depressed even though I didn't have the thoughts of killing myself like I did for 30 years. Now, I'm not a religious person, but I will say I'm a spiritual person in the fact that what cured most of my depression just happened to be going to church. I wasn't a churchgoer. I wasn't a person who really was a believer. I don't want to say I'm not a believer still, but I have more of a understanding of what my spiritual relationship with whatever higher being is out there is what it's I'm not going to say it saved my life, because I'm not sure I would have ever done that. I thought about many ways of doing it, driving down the freeway at 65 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour. Oh, look, there's a tree, whatever. Off the road, oh, there's somebody coming at me, Going down to Oak Creek, I worked in Sedona for a while. There's a place where you can just turn right off the road and end up in the canyon. And there's a car down there in that area too, because we were down there walking around, and I found it. It was in the middle of a tree, and the tree was growing all around it, so it wasn't like you could do anything with it or even hardly get to it, but there was a car down there. So going to church, just going, because I wasn't religious. I didn't believe in God. I didn't know who this person was. But after about 9 months of going there every Sunday or Saturday, pretty soon I noticed that I wasn't walking around depressed all the time, wanting just, not every little thing set me off and wanted me to, go kill myself. Because that's what I wanted to do every day for years and years and years. And so, that is what got my mind in a better place. I can't tell you how it happened. I can't tell you why it happened. I can tell you that it happened. And it has made me think twice about being a non-believer. It's your spiritual relationship with your higher being. You want to call him God, you can call him God. You want to call her princess, you can call her princess. Call him whatever you want. But I believe in the power of healing just by going to church. That's my rant about me and my depression. And now, that was 10 years ago. Well, let's see. Yeah, it was probably 10 years ago I started doing that. So it's been a good 10 years, because I haven't wanted to kill myself every day. Not that I haven't thought about it, but as soon as the thought enters my mind, it leaves now. It doesn't linger. It doesn't stay there. It goes away. And I am forever grateful for that. I will forever be grateful for that. Thank God. And I don't know who that is or what that is, but it worked for me.